So
A lot of games today, Dakota. It's
yes,
all
yes,
right,
yes.
man.
Thank you. You bail me out, I'll bail you out for sure. The Storm Spirit, a momentum carry based on his own right, and it's fine having the welcome matchup against Ember Spirit in the mid lane. One I'm sure Quinn is
You can kind
well
of see
versed.
like the difference. It's like for me, like when I watch these games, like whether it's BA, EG, even a little bit in Quincy Crew, it's like they have a idea and like how to play and how to draft properly, right? But when you're playing like like when I see this Midas club or whatever, it's like it's kind of hard to predict their drafts and what they really want to do, like goal wise, objective wise, like what is their goal, what is their purpose, and like each ban and each pick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like some teams, like I said, EG and like BA, they have a lot of Quincy is a little different because it's like they are a little on and off, but some teams have a lot of structure in their draft. Like I know like Nigma, for example, as well, going to the European region.
Mm-hmm.
And these teams like they follow the same format, the same kind of structure, and like what do I ban and what it's going to come out in the first and second phase out of our picks. And it just like when you look at it, it just makes sense. And like where I said, it's like even like last game with Midas, it's like sometimes it just doesn't make sense at all. And even today, like what Beast Coast is like, they from the first series that we kind of drafted, like what are they doing? And then today they just totally stepped it up a notch. We're like, hey, I get it. I know what they want to do. I see their identity.
It's the whole game and its whole strategy in itself. I mean that goes without saying, but it's just more amplified when you hear stuff like that. And I know when we were working ESL Birmingham and S4 was calling in talking about their matchup against Secret Alliance for Secret. He said that just the mind games in the draft alone were so crazy. So a lot of importance in the draft, and not something you could just carelessly throw out because then we see what we happened in game number 1.
Well, some games you just the drafting you just lose. You just lose from the draft, and it's like you can't even play Dota properly. Like I said, like last game there was like I said, 3 heroes jungling, and you can't play. You'll never win Dota like that. You just won't. It's impossible.
Well, you live, you learn, and you move on, right? I think that's
Yeah.
That's like a Walmart saying right there. But Necrophos comes out as the fourth pickup here. Not sure if that's more of like a deny pick or we want to kind of eliminate options off the table, like possible UR heroes that would be good, but now are not good because you got a Necrophos. But the green man cometh.
Maybe they're also thinking about putting potentially Necro versus Storm Spirit. Ember was still kind of open, but they don't have the last pick, so they have to reveal it unless there's another open pick that I don't think there is.
Yeah, you're right.
Lycan is no, they can't Lycan. Can they? I think they can. Yeah. Actually, Lycan's is a pretty good Lycan game, honestly, for Midas Club.
I was gonna say, yeah, Midas Club definitely have a nice little Lycan setup. What's Clinks? Which doctor? What are they gonna do when they're getting mauled by the Wolf Man?
Then they're just gonna be ran at, and even Pango. Pango's not. Well, Pango's can be good versus Lycan, but usually Pango doesn't get a good start because it's like the problem with this Pango hero is getting him out of the lane. If you're able to get him out of the laning stage, he has decent net worth, and he's very good versus Lycan. But usually Lycan, no matter what aspect laning stage he has, he'll have a good game because he can just straight jungle.
Yeah.
And he's one of the heroes that can jungle very, very efficiently.
I like it. I'm a believer. Sign me up. Lycan, number 5. Give it to us. Midas Club. Go.
It's too fast paced for the Storm Spirit too, I feel.
Still lack a bit in stuns though.
10 seconds remaining.
On Midas Club side, they have chains, right? Or a future Abyssal Blade.
5 seconds.
They don't have a direct stun.
Yeah.
Like chains is not. It's like a soft stun. It's a disable.
Okay. Well, that's a stun.
It is a stun.
So I guess check that box, but they don't get the Lycan.
So it is an Ember 4.
Okay.
That's what they decided. Put the Necro mid.
And you said that was favored for Necro. Necro kind of beats out Storm. Now put away the fact that it's Quinn Storm or whoever, just like a hero versus hero type of thing.
Hero versus hero matchup. I feel Necro is better because it's like he has a lot of sustain and it's favored for Necro for sure.
Okay, but
outside of player matchup.
But now it's Quinn Storm, and we'll have to see.
But HFN is a good player though. It's not like last game. It was a one-sided matchup. When I say Necro versus Storm, it's not heavily favored. It's a little favored, which is a difference.
Yeah, HFN has been there in the spotlight. He's been to the big time. All right.
He's been at TI, right?
He's seen LAN play. He's seen TI play. This guy knows. All right, so he's been on the big top. We'll just see what they can do here. Again, they are playing to stay alive in the tournament. They would like to be able to secure that stay themselves by getting the W here instead of letting it be the powers, or let the powers to be decide it rather. And they're doing it on the back of this Ursa Necro Centaur core lineup. While I don't think we mentioned yet, Quincy crew round out their lineup with Yawar Morphling, which, yeah, Yawar hero. Is if he goes ignored, if he's not punished, if he's not pressured, he will just be kind of left to his own devices to be a problem later. Because I could see this 4-stack between Clinks, Pango, Witch Doctor, and Storm Spirit, causing a bit of a ruckus and allowing Yawar to get that space. So, Mice Club got to have a good laning phase, and I guess put the boxing gloves on Ursa sooner than later, right? And what is your best bet? Is it kind of keeping Yawar at bay somehow?
I mean, this Morphling was a really good pick. Usually any melees. He's going against Ember, so like Morphling versus like Ember, it's just like I know he's a 4 position, but it's just like it gives that extra mobility and lockdown that Morph really loves during this mid game, late game shenanigans. I feel like it's a pretty free Morph game.
Yeah, I mean, Ember does usually get a Spirit Vessel, which could help against the Morphling, but a 4-position Ember, it'll take a little bit longer than your core Ember typically. So we'll have to see, but they are going to have to consider some sort of itemization and means to deal with this Morphling. As we get underway, game number 2 is our 3rd series of the day. We do have one more series to come after this. The Zoomers will come and step up to play as they get their opportunity to go against Thunder Predator, who are looking like the best team in South America at the moment. And here for now, a nice little try movement coming out. Duster stepping away from some of his more unorthodox support picks and leaning on the old trusty Enchantress for this go-around. He felt the wrath of the Enchantress in the previous game in the hands of SVG, and he's looking to kind of get that feeling himself.
Yep. I do like what you were mentioning before about this whole SVG thing. Like, he's playing all these like killer heroes, killer instinctive heroes, rather than this like kind of like passive plays, running around, thinking about. He has this killer mindset. I love it. I usually see him as like a lane secure and like the safe type kind of player, and like he's really adapted to like this whole meta, like this 5 position playing like more aggressively.
Yeah, I'm curious if that is something we're either overblowing or if it's a circumstance of an event that's not, it's not like a LAN event that I'm sure SVG has been accustomed to a bit, so he's kind of taking it a bit more casual. But either way, like to see it, and he'll take his business up to that top lane here. Is this just a tri lane through and through, or is he eventually going to be shifting gears to the bottom lane after just like an initial approach?
I think he's just he bought 2 sentries for himself too. I think he just wants to maybe snipe a Koi or something. He did this kind of last game too, and this Ursa, he really screws up his position 1 doing this though.
Duster trying to go for that same courier snipe, but this time no courier coming. And there goes the TP out. SVG will join Yawar in that bottom lane matchup. Leaves Ursa versus the Pango. And then Duster does that rotation to the top lane to make it the 2-1-2.
Yeah, that was weird.
And just a little bit of that ring around the rosy laning phase. Just goes to show how important it is for these players to get that kind of ideal matchup.
He did buy 2 sentries. Make sure he warded the ward there. I mean, what he does at the beginning, it's kind of weird. I don't know his logic behind it, but he just sits behind them. This Ursa was able he didn't get any creeps. He got a whole wave like denied. He was just watching the creeps die in front of him because like his position 5 wasn't there.
Oh my goodness, how does that happen? Quinn gets first blood on HFN in the mid lane. All right, well, then bottom lane, I actually managed to catch that one. Holy crap, it's just starting to fire off out of nowhere. You are. These cores suddenly just getting blessed with early kills.
This Quinn's actually completely racking mid.
Holy 12 and 7. Holy shit. Yeah, he's going crazy right now.
Wow, he got another deny.
Top now. Wants to get in on the action. Duster. stays alive, gets the Salpop, hides within the trees, but all the Quincy lane trying to get in on some of this kill action where possible. Whoops. Man, oh my god.
Actions.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Now, Yawar does lose his own life having the hard commitment in, but happy to get the takedown of the Centaur.
I feel like he kind of wanted to die because he was out of mana and like his resources were a little low.
Wait up.
Didn't mind it at least. Got an exchange.
Top MSS. He has the point, didn't invest it yet, decides to go for the Dark Pact. Puts it there now, but dies.
Nice kill there.
Does go down. Maybe if he had done Skeleton Walk, it could have been different. I don't know if they had the vision or not, but you know, passing on Death Pact also might not feel great.
I think it's the reassurance because if Duster ends up getting a creep, I mean, he's not gonna have Death Pact now anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Well, they try to make it work. Bottom, it doesn't stop here. We need to be looking everywhere. You check mid, I'll look bottom. Aiko's going down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
I'll check. I'm just watching this mid lane. I'm just like Quinn is just wow,
20 and 12. Necro 11 and 1.
and the first blood too, right?
Yeah.
Quinn's laning mechanics are actually absurd, absurdly awesome. Yeah, not much really else is going on. 4-minute runes coming out.
He's
Mid,
about to kill him
rotation
again.
from
He's,
Duster
I'm
there.
here. I'm here, baby. Don't worry. HFN somehow
at it.
survives, though. He comes
The
back,
Ember's
though.
also here.
Oh, my goodness.
They're securing the 4-minute rune, which is what's important. Like they're gonna bait it. Look at this Ember here. Oh, who knows?
Double damage bottom.
Empowers me.
He took it way too early. He should have waited a little bit for Storm to get a bit closer.
Yeah, Quinn saw it right away and pinged it out. He has that ward nearby, so seeing the rune disappear like that definitely makes things a bit fishy. I imagine they're communicating it. That Ember could be on the move, possibly to this bottom lane.
The Centaur's actually doing pretty well bottom lane right now. He has a ring, so he's able to tank all these right clicks now. He's very tanky.
Coconut. No bounces. 2 little pokes, that's it. Remember Ring of Tarrasque? That item came and went real quick for
Yeah, I got
meaty
nerfed- I got
offlaners.
nerfed twice, right?
Yeah, it got nerfed and now it's on the blacklist essentially. Everybody passes over it and is like, we'll just go for the Vanguard. That's fine.
The carry players are buying that too, just for the being able to stay in lane much longer instead of buying extra regen. Super value.
All right, here we go. Maldic from SVG as they get it with the...
Top lane here too.
Okay, hold on. That looks like unsuccessful takedown on Sexy Fat. We changed course to top. Layla Solo also limping away from trouble. And Quinn is walking back to the fountain. But Quinn is level 6 now.
So you can see, like, you know how the huge discrepancy when it came to CS and HFN getting first blood. If he didn't really screw up early, you can see the net worth. It's like he's coming. He's making a big comeback here too. He's able to push the Storm out of the lane now.
Managed to get the snipe on the RDO in the top lane. Now I'm seeing a shifty rotation come out from this Duster Enchantress towards this mid lane. Quinn is already level 6 though, so tries to go over for the 6-minute rune.
Ember securing it there. Midas is doing a really good job controlling the runes here from Quincy, especially this Quinn.
Oh,
Might
get
go
him,
for a kill
boys.
here, actually.
Get him.
Ward
Immediate,
scouts him out.
yeah, immediate rotation also from MSS.
Ember's just hiding there. Look at this Enchantress.
Look at all the focus that Midas are putting on this mid lane. Yeah, everybody here. Get that Quinn. Oh, but Quinn turns it around, is able to quickly take down the Ember, and now it's a 2-on-2. With MSS showing himself. Midas trying to still make the most of this, but they have already corralled the troops together to try to make this gank happen, and unfortunately it's a pie in their face.
They're being way too forceful in these like engagements. It's like it kind of showed like, hey, we already kind of screwed up. It didn't really work out. Let's just like kind of reset and go elsewhere. We may have forced a reaction already, but they're like they're there and they're like, oh well, we're already here. Let's just fully commit. Yeah, it didn't really work out in their favor there. But they are doing a good job controlling these runes. Quinn hasn't gotten a single rune yet.
I mean, could you imagine if they did not control the runes and Quinn was able to get them? Man, we would be Quinn would be just really somewhere else right now. So it's probably for the better that they kind of bring that extra attention to assist the Necro as it is. Quinn is going to be able to step away from the meantime, though, and farm up through the jungle, but he still has a lot going for him right now.
We say this at the same time that they are hurting the sorcerer. You have to look at the Ursa. What is he doing right now? He's hitting the jungle, level 4. This Pango is level 6.5, and he's pressuring a tier 1 all by himself, and he's going to take it 8 minutes into the game.
Oh, man.
So that's like, you got to think about the effects that when a support leaves the lane to check runes, what is really happening on the side lanes because of it.
Yeah, that's looking at the big picture and all, but we're looking at the tiny picture here in the mid lane, the small one, the cute tiny picture, where Necro's getting all the boys together and they're having fun bullying Quinn back, you know? Not the big picture where Yawar's a huge problem and their teddy bear is in the jungle trying to get some honey and not succeeding so well. It's a rough time. And I'm just missing kills all.
Oh, sorry, I don't know why I thought you were watching. I thought I was watching that slowly just die. It was whacking him down.
It's all right. I'm here for mid lane where they get the response takedown on HFN. Four Quincy crew members here for that one. Yeah, not my best game, folks. It's fine. They're stuck on emo mode apparently, and so. But feel free to fire away the T-Tours. You still have that ability. Don't worry. Bottom lane though could be trouble for Midas. Jump in from Laylas. Not looking to commit the ult quite yet. I think they'll let them slip away here. Mercy.
Making space for this Ursa now as well.
Psych, MSS grabs the bounty right in front of him and looks to bring down Heiko. MSS get the kill because I missed the kill looking at this.
Gonna go for it.
Oh, MSS, you're making me look bad.
Go. Mojo's gonna get it.
Do something cool, please. Get it. All right, you just let me down. I did miss, what was it? SVG getting a kill. I should have watched the real killer support.
That's true.
SVG is the new killer support. MSS old news.
Quinn running towards the top, seeing that Ursa was free farming the lane. He knows that Ursa can't touch him, so he kicks him out of the lane once again, and Ursa's found himself back in the jungle. Outpost secured. Bottom lane here. Might be a fight.
Yeah. They want to keep it. SVG, throws down the Maldict. And finds Duster. And with him and MSS, they can certainly blow anybody up with the power of that combo. And now also, Old Man Necro gets rolled over. Layla's not able to follow up with any further connections. And with a Stampede, he should be able to scoot away to safety to grab a bounty rune. But that's a lot of attention pulled from Midas to try to just save the Old Man. While you still have Quinn farming elsewhere. And Yawar doing his own thing.
Bottom lane, SVG. Oh, it's a lot of damage here. He got the kill. SVG God.
Still killing even from the grave. Ember will have to run back. Mid lane. Quinn shows himself from the jungle. Makes moves for the Necrophos, but Pango is what the Old Man's looking for, and he's able to get the Reaper sight down. And sends Laylas a packing for 40 seconds now. Quinn just making the most of this haste. Now Mojo's here. And Quinn will steer that one. Killing spree for him.
Nice kill there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're going to follow this up with some damage onto the tier 1. I don't know if they're going to be able to take it. The glyph already being committed. And Midas already around. Oh, but MSS being spotted. They have a sentry on the high ground. They know that, though. So SVG will take care of it. Uh-oh. Watch out. SVG's a killer. He's got the coconut. He's got the Maldic.
Oh, big coconut.
He's got the power of MSS's damage, and he's going to get the kill because he's a killer, man. SVG.
SVG.
Who cares about Quinn and what he's doing over there? It's SVG.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What is his kills? He's 414. Most kills on his team right now.
Yep.
What a beast.
Oh, yeah. This new SVG, it's like some crazy new anime arc, and it's working out nicely for him. MSS, you know, some little kill. Sniping down Duster here. But, I don't know. This game 2 is not unfolding much better than what we've seen from game number 1. given the situation here of these scaling cores, it's just looking really nicely laid out for Yawar on his Morphling, and cannot say the same for Ursa. He's finding some mending time to farm through the jungle here, but I feel like the Morph is always just kind of going to be a step ahead.
Mojo is actually getting a pretty decent amount of farm coming up for himself as well. He has 30 death pack damage already. It's only 12 minutes into the game.
Radiant's middle
Hitting
tower
for
is
100.
under attack.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, on top of his searing arrows too, an additional 25 damage, right?
Yep. Let's see him put that potential damage to work here.
Duster has 4 obs on him. He's going to be able to place all 4 of them right now. We're going to commit 5 heroes again. Remember that last play? 4 wards all around, secure to tier 1?
Yep.
Looks like here it comes again.
At least they're doing it earlier. Sexy Fat leading out the charge, looking to make the approach, but it's Killer SVG hiding within the trees. Drops down the Death Ward, and everybody runs in fear.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That was actually really pretty nice what he did there.
He had some mercy on him. Oh, look, he found him. Uh-oh, SVG.
Radiant's bottom
Shows where Centaur is and the rest of the team. Fight within the side here. Storm jumps over, finishes off Sexy Fat. Here comes Layla's rolling on through and trapping the both of them. And they're going to get the cleanup on for HFN. It looks like he's surviving through the ghost form, but the story's the same. 5-man wipe on Midas. And a tip coming out from
Radiant's
Quinn.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah. This is really hard to play in Midas mode's like situation. They
Midas
committed
mode.
Midas. Did I say Midas
He's
mode?
calling Midas mode.
Midas gaming. Yeah, I mean they committed 5 heroes there. They lost so much net worth all over the map. Like 2 of the lanes were shoving into them, and they didn't even get the tower. And they got 5-man team wipe there.
And it's just not going to get any. If they show themselves, you got Quinn, you got SVG here. They might even try to go in for the kill. Now, they do get the Reaper Scythe off, but that's not going to be enough for a finish. It only holds Quinn there briefly, and now SVG drops the ward and says, lay off.
Radiant structures
Forces
are
them back.
fortified.
Layla's looking to go in. Maybe see if he can snipe a cleanup kill onto Duster here. Needs one more second. Okay, here comes Quinn. Never mind. Yoinks that one from the left field.
They got a kill. Nice kill from
Here he comes again. Woo!
That's regen, man. Super value regen here.
Not done
Still
yet.
going. Oh,
I mean, this is the kind of storm game you love to have. Nope, that's Quinn's also. Triple kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
well, Ember's close to earn.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's got to get that urn. He's got to get that Spirit Vessel. Because I know Quinn is a problem, but Morph, right? He's like the real boss here. I don't know what the
Bottom
hell
lane
they're
here.
going to do about that, but uh-oh, trouble. Off laners
Dire's middle tower
doing the
is
little
under attack.
dance. But here comes Clinks. Bippity boppity boop. And you lose your Centaur. Centaur could be Emperor next.
It's kind of hard to kill this Ember. I don't think they want to waste their time. Oop.
Pause for a game of Whack-A-Meepo, everybody.
Can we play it too?
No, absolutely not. We're not allowed.
That'd be fun.
Well, gotta say, things started out nicer, for Midas mode. They put themselves into a bit of a better
Midas
drafting
mode.
position. I called them Midas mode now, too. God damn it, demon! What have you done?
I see why it's funny now.
But the story seems to be the same here. Quincy Crew just kind of playing on another level right now, as Quinn is just having the time of his life. He is one component away from closing out the Bloodstone and really trying to snowball here. DD, MSS, oh boy, 55 permanent damage.
Well, that's a lot of damage. 16 minutes into this game. He's scaling all right.
Dire's
Ridiculous.
bottom tower is under attack.
Oh
Well,
no, HFN. Do chain up Pango. Hit him with the ult. All
Dire's
right.
bottom tower
There we go. See you later. 45 seconds. Duster feeling confident. Throws Javelin at Yawar. Does not regret it. Okay.
Here it comes.
Okay, they move in. They catch Quincy when they're split.
Dire's
They
top
converge
tower
onto
is under
SVG, and
attack.
they'll turn this into 2 kills.
Nice. Their comeback.
This is big.
500 gold, 600 gold away for a blink on Centaur.
That could be huge.
Earn finished off on Ember.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's all I got there.
The mech? Did he have the mech for a while on the?
He's
on the
had it for a
oh,
while,
okay, okay. He's got to use it now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Does he? Does he?
Doesn't he? Oh,
Call the police, but not for me. He does the turnaround, runs back and away. MSS is here, but then they quickly turn and run with the Stampede. Stampede back the other direction. Yawar on the high ground, blast down the Ember, and now they finally get the jump on the Necro.
oops.
And it looks like Sexy Fat could be next. And he will be. Double kill for
Dire's top
Yawar.
tower is under attack.
Ursa closing up on his battlefield though. He's
Dire's
about
structures are
800 away.
Forgot Ursa was in the
Dire's
game.
top
RDO
tower
over
is
here.
under attack.
Almost got that Battle Fury.
Ursa is really good versus Morphling later though. Like doesn't matter on the net worth advantage. Like I said, what isn't Ursa good against?
Where are you going?
Oh, a steer here.
Dire's top
Oh,
tower is under attack.
yes, he got the damage, the death pack damage there.
And I think Quinn might have made it in time for the charge as well. It's
Yeah, at
Bloodstone.
least
Nice.
infinite scaling here.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, we'll see if he how many charges he can try to build up for himself. Because at this point, Payne just kind of handing over a feeding train of trying to stall or creating space for the bear. Here they go in for the mid lane. They don't even care if it's a big Centaur tank. We'll take him down. MSS. Shred them apart. Now 65 permanent damage. SVG right in the mix because he's a killer and he don't care. But it's RDO who gets blasted down next. MSS claims that one too. Quinn goes in. He goes back out.
70 damage now on Blinks.
Top 4
Dire's
net
middle
worth.
tower is under attack.
All to Quincy crew. The number 4. The position 4 Clinks even being higher than Ursa at this point.
Quinn's really loving this game, and similar with Mojo.
Yeah,
They're
I bet
stacking
they're
so much
loving life.
damage. Early Bloodstone, stacking those charges up. War is gonna go for the Eth Blade next. They're probably just gonna look into taking Roche and just ending the game soon. I mean, Roche is actually, they probably feel it's pointless, seeing as they know they have such a huge lead, just continue the pressure. Because whenever you Roche an advantage like this, you kind of give the opponents like a little bit of room to breathe. And you don't want to do that for them.
Quinn is get the hell off my outpost. Jumps all the way down there to deny this Ember and deny the XP.
Just what the doctor
That feels bad for Midas right there.
Sure, definitely a feels bad man right there. Does he have a blink yet on Centaur? He does. They might look into a jump with Centaur into a Necro Burst. Maybe they can get this Morphling if they have a high ground advantage. They should look into smoking right now, actually, using this blink.
There it is.
There it is.
They're listening in. They're feeling it. Now, maybe starting out with a casual bait. Maybe Storm jumps in. They jump him.
Hey, you can't bait like that. You're baiting a little way too obvious when you run ahead of a siege like that.
It's a simple worm on a hook. They fall for it, Jimmy. Get him, boys. They go right in, and they're going to get Quinn. No, he makes it away. Ah, the trap is sprung, but it's a D. They called it GG. Oh, man. Well, they almost got Quinn, but unfortunately not going to be the case. Midas mode. Man, they come to play, but they get beat so bad it's hard to watch in both games. Quincy crew take 2 wins to help themselves remain in the upper bracket.
2 quick wins for sure. So what does that change in terms of the bracket? Because Thunder Predator was close to, right?
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure how updated mine is in comparison to Liquidpedia. On my end over here on this little overlay thing, it says I currently have Thunder Predator at 8-6. at the
Quincy has
moment.
to play Crazy still, and it says June 23rd.
Okay, which is a
Uh,
matchup that Crazy could pull out some wins for sure.
Thunder Predator plays
But I believe this
Zoomer.
would put Quincy at 10 wins and 4, puts him up in the 3rd seed spot. Here, actually, I'm going to do this in front of everybody so we can all watch together.
I think
Wait, what? Where'd that come from?
this should put them at 12 wins, no?
12? Quincy?
Yeah.
I think it said 8, I think, before the series today.
This
Unless
this is right.
Liquipedia updated it that fast, that's already at 10 on Liquipedia.
Yeah, it says they're 10-4 right now, and the only games they have left is it says 10, but they didn't update Midas Club and Crazy yet, or Crazy hasn't played yet.
Okay.
It should be 12-4 now, 10-4 now.
10-4 now. Okay, great. Yeah, 10-4 now. Thunder Predator are still 8-6. This puts Midas Club at 3-13. I believe that was their last
Thunder
game.
Predator says 10-6 here though. They won because they only have one match left, which is against Zoomers, which is upcoming. Right?
Oh, I think this is because they lose their matches against +1 originally, and now they're turned.
Oh, that
I think that's why. I think they were 8-6, and now they're going to be 10-6 because they get those 2 wins.
Okay, that makes sense.
So now they move up, and this is actually pretty close for the top of the groups. You're looking at Business Associates at 11, and then EG, Quincy, and Thunder Predator all currently have 10. Different losses. Thunder Predator have played 2 more series than Evil Geniuses have, it looks like. So there's still plenty to decide, but at least at the top of the upper bracket, things looking pretty close.
It seems BA and EG are secured. It's between Zoomers, Quincy, and Thunder Predator for the last 2 spots, right? Because they're all at 10 wins.
Yeah. Now, if I'm not mistaken from what I was told from one of the lead admins, is that because Midas were not able to win, they are possibly facing elimination. Even though Plasma's there at the bottom, it can depend on how other games go. I'm assuming maybe Plasma's playing another series or something, but we'll have to see if they manage to stay alive for the playoffs or not. But we still do have another series today, so let me go ahead and put the schedule up there for you and quickly update it on the fly. Your expert host and play-by-play and producer and cameraman trying to put on all the hats here as we get Quincy Crew up to 2-0. Great. Now we have 4 Zoomers versus Thunder Predator coming up next. Really looking forward to that one, and you should be too. So with that said, I guess we'll just get to a break, get energized and ready for our final 2-game series of the day. We'll see you soon for that.